Hi everyone, this is Abby McCarthy. I am with Up All Night Book Blog, and we're doing a chapter hop for Carly Phillips' newest novel, Dare to Submit. So I'm going to read some of it to you. She submitted without the comfort he'd expect to see from a woman who'd been coming to this club for over 6 months. In the main room, members were in all states of dress, some naked, some in leather, all comfortable with themselves. She dropped gracefully to her knees, legs spread wide, palms up, and yet he sensed her discomfort from across the darkened room. The sound of pleasure, of sex, of pain echoed from the play areas nearby. To most, it was familiar, comforting. It should be the same for her, but her posture was too stiff, her entire demeanor too wary, possibly because she played with a different man each time. Searching for something. For what? Declan dared wondered, not that he understood why he cared, but she called to him, had from the first. So he watched her, just as he watched for her arrival, uneasy when too much time passed between her visits. She didn't show up more than once, sometimes twice a month. He wasn't here much more often, but tried to time his visits with what he knew of her past schedule. Ridiculous. She was just another female, and not one he'd ever played with at that, but she was soft and rounded in just the right places, curvy in a way that appealed to him when no one before had reached that deep. He shook his head and told himself to move on. Find someone else, someone who knew he had no expectation but for the night. But he no longer used the club for pleasure. He tired of it a while back. He came to relax here with his friends, that's all. His gaze fell back to her. She shifted her body uncomfortably, and Declan frowned. He'd always disliked protocol. He'd never expect it. Didn't need it. He bet she didn't either. She just needed a man she believed in. That was apparent. Not him. She looked too vulnerable for someone who gave the minimum and walked away. Still fighting it? His best friend Max Savage asked. Declan cocked an eyebrow. Fighting what? He asked, although it was stupid to play dumb. Max knew him better than he knew himself. Yourself. Go play with her. Get it out of your system. Max eased himself onto a bar stool beside Declan. Better than watching her and wondering. Besides, you need to get laid. Okay, so that was fun. Next stop is going to be Country Gal Sexy Read. So this sounds very intriguing. Take care.